All right, so we worked with video transitions and video effects in our previous lesson, and today we're going to learn more about the audio effects and audio transitions that we have available to us. This is part of the same lesson. I just broke it into 2 videos so it would be easier to understand. You can use the audio effects and transitions on a video clip. You can also use them on an audio clip. To start with today, I want you to go to the stock footage we downloaded from a previous project, and for my class, it is in Rural TV Bootcamp stock footage. And we're going to click on all the clips because some of them will have video and audio, and some of them will just have audio. There may be a few in here that just have video and no audio. We need to learn how to recognize that when we import. So as I click on these, and you can use other means and methods, it's going to import these and then it's going to place them on my timeline and create a sequence of all the clips. You may or may not want to do this in future projects, as that can create some problems when you need to add B-roll or mix your clips up. Now, if we'll look at the sequence or the timeline down here, you'll see that some of these clips have an audio track attached and some do not. So if it's here and you see both highlighted in white, then you know it has an audio track. If it's here and you see nothing, there is no audio track. Now we also have some pictures down here. They do not have the audio track. And some of these are going to be out of focus or out of the frame, and I'm going to show you how to fix that. We're going to select them all. We're going to right click and we're going to go to fit to frame, and that will fit all of them to the sequence settings, which is the first clip we put on here. So in this clip, if I hit play, yes, there is audio, but you do not hear any audio. Okay, we'll stop there. In this clip, you see the audio over here. Yes, there is audio on this clip. It is very low. It is extremely low audio. Now, if I wanted to bring in another clip just for an audio track, I go back to here. We're going to go to music and see what we have, and we have nothing in there. So we'll go back to 2526. I'm going to bring in a clip just to show you. You don't need to do this unless you have access to some audio only clips. And we'll go to Friday night announcements, pregame UIL. And so that's just going to be an audio clip of our wonderful assistant principal doing the pregame football announcements.
Good evening and welcome.
And you see there's no video here. There's just audio. And it's relatively, decent audio up to -6, which is about the max we want. We don't want it above that much anymore. All right, so let's start with this clip here. Or let's start with this clip here with the audio. You can't barely hear the audio, so I'm going to zoom in. I'm going to double click on my audio track here, and you can see where the audio is. There's a couple of ways. One, I can grab this bar, left click, and drag up. Now the audio is much louder. So let's say we want to undo that. Control Z puts it back to normal. Let's say we want to fade it in. There's a couple ways to fade it in. You have this little box here. You can click and drag to fade audio in. Now this works more on the audio clip. If I fade that in, you'll see that it just slowly comes louder and louder and louder. That's a fade in, fade out. We can also go over here to the effects. We can do audio transitions, crossfade, and you got constant gain, constant power, exponential fade. This is the exponential fades if you want to fade a clip out. Okay. If you want constant power, it's just going to be more of a diagonal. Constant gain the same, So each one of them has a little different setting of how they come in and how harsh they come in. It just depends on what you want. If you want to fade out, I recommend using the boxes on the audio clips. But if you want to crossfade 2 clips, and you put constant gain, now you'll notice we'll remove this and pull that back. I'll pull this back and we'll put constant power between the 2 clips, which it won't let me. I have to shorten the clip first. It wants to guess and cross them. So now if I zoom in, we have a crossfade between the 2. I have to zoom in quite a bit. I can actually extend that if I want. Let's undo that. That did not work. I'm going to extend that out. Now we have a crossfade between the 2 clips, which you won't hear much because there's no audio on this, but you can see the idea there. You can crossfade between two clips. So there's your audio transitions. You can also use Control to click on this and create dots. Now I can drag this up or down and we can duck the music. So say we got some speaking parts in here, we can actually go in and hit Control left, and create little points where we could make the music or the voice go down while we talk, and then back up. That's called audio ducking. Once again, this is more of a review of audio transitions. There are some effects that we can put on different ones right here. Amplitude, delay, echo. We're not going to go into those today, but I also want you to bring up this. So if I Control Z and undo all what I did to that clip, take away all the dots, I can go up here and I can make sure in window that my essential sound is turned on. And so essential sound is on. Over here in this effects control window here, I can do a lot with background, different changes, different feels. I can enhance the audio, and you'll notice down here, it's going to go through the speech. It's going to clear up the background. This works 90% of the time, 9 out of 10 times, but sometimes it can sound a little robotic in places. It just depends. I can repair the sound. I can adjust the loudest, the clip volume, and how much we want to mix these with, okay? So I can turn it up, and you see that they're coming up as I turn them up. But it's also a little different sound there.
To achieve athletic excellence.
All right. So basically, this is a simple way to do audio with your video. And like I said, this is a continuation of yesterday's. I did not put audio in the video and effects. I chose to do it separately as a video. But tomorrow, we will be moving on to some color correction. And how do we deal with contrast, and how do we deal with brightness? There's also some video effects we can go in there and just really kind of enhance our videos. We'll see you then.